Hello, welcome to my How to Beat series in Monster Hunter Rise, where I will cover each monster. These videos will cover many aspects of the monster, and the first section of each video will showcase the monster's attacks and animations, a sort of how-to if the nitty-gritty of math and some other numbers isn't really your thing. At least the good part is up front. So, let's get started. Today we have Gore Magala is one of my favorite monsters from Sunbreak. Thematically, it just works. From its design, limited yet powerful moveset, and don't even get me started on the weapons and armor looks. Can you tell I have a type? Regardless, this is a monster that while simple on paper, can be deceptively annoying and challenging if we don't pay attention. Before we begin, it's worth talking about the Frenzy virus. No, not the kind that people get upset about if we mention it. When Gore Magala attacks with these virus-infused abilities, it will inflict frenzy upon us, denoted by this bar by our name. While inflicted, our natural ability to heal is limited, and we take more damage from attacks. Other than dodging these moves, there are a few ways to cure frenzy. Before you go sucking down knollberries, these handy little treats will not remove frenzy. Rather, they will continuously cut the buildup in half, but never reach zero. Dealing enough damage to Gore Magala will give us a period where we're quote-unquote cured, preventing further buildup and ensuring we have some time to not have to worry about the frenzy virus. On top of this, after being temporarily dispelled, we have a damage bonus here, mainly for our affinity. Additionally, Gore Magala can also fall victim to the frenzy virus, causing the monster to grow horns from its head, triggering the enraged state. Breaking these horns will return Gore Magala to its normal form. Luckily for us, Gore Magala only has a handful of attacks, which are fairly simple to spot. Gore Magala can stand up and spit a dark orb our way. Keep your eye on the monster and you can easily dodge this one. They can do this up to 3 times. Similarly, it can spit 3 orbs while on the ground while moving its head from one side to the other. These orbs move in a slightly curved pattern, so be ready to react accordingly. Occasionally, it will back up and bite us if we're attacking it from the front. Whenever you see Gore Magala lift one of its arms, it's about to bring it down with a hard-hitting attack. It's also possible this will happen twice in a row, so be ready. Our best option is to roll past and underneath the wing that's attacking. Gore Magala can stand on its hind legs, similar to the spit, but come down with force, slamming into the ground with both of the wings. If we remain a fair distance from Gore Magala, it will charge our way attempting to bite us. Sometimes when Gore Magala receives heavy damage to the head, it's pushed back. Gore Magala will use this momentum to turn back, swinging its tail. Sometimes it does this move after failing to bite us. Every so often, Gore Magala will leap backwards and begin to fly for a long while. While it's flying, our attacks will only reach its legs, and as it flies around, it will spit out some of these orbs. At times, Gore Magala will spit orbs onto the ground, which leaves a sort of circular bit of fog. While we stand in this, it will build up our frenzy virus. While Gore Magala is enraged, much like the distant spit attack, it will send out an orb which detonates into a T-shaped pattern. Our best option here is to either roll away or pass the detonations, which we're able to spot by the little glowing bits here. And that's it. Gore Magala's moveset is incredibly limited, but it's powerful. Keep your eye on the detonations, watch for your frenzy virus meter, and be ready to capitalize whenever you get the buff. As far as weaknesses go, Gore Magala is pretty defensive, with some of these multipliers being fairly low. Even more so when we're projectile users. The head, foreleg, and antenna are its weakest spots. Fire here is the strongest element for this fight, with Thunder and Dragon coming in second and third respectively. Poison will start at 150 base, building 100 until we reach a max of 550. Poison will deal 200 damage over 20 seconds, or 10 points per second. Paralysis starts at 180, building up 130 until we hit 570 max. When paralyzed, Gore Magala is stuck for 10 seconds. With stun, we start at 120, building up 100 until we reach 520. Just like paralysis, it's locked down for 10 seconds. Sleep will start at a nice 150, going up 100 until we hit 550 max. Just like all the others, sleep will last for 40 seconds. Blast starts at a meager 70, going up a very small bit, 30, until we hit 670 max. Blast will deal 100 points of damage. Exhaust starts at the highest base of 225, going up 75 until we hit 900 max. Taking a look at this chart here, unlike all the other monsters in the series so far, all of the monster parts here are individual ones. They each have their own values and their own breaks. The antenna are what we want to focus while it's enraged to kick it out of that state. We can secure some flinches by breaking the head, wings, and forearms. Toppling can happen, but it's pretty rare as we need to focus on the hind legs. However, it will fall over the first time we break the head and wing claws. As always, the total health value is the average across 5 solo hunts, so these values will change depending on the monster size and party, anywhere between 1.4 times and 2.5 times the value. Gore Magala is such a fun fight, with its unique Frenzy Virus mechanic, awesome appearance, and powerful moves. Keep an eye on your meter, time your Frenzy buff with traps or status effects for maximum uptime, and be prepared to make split-second moves. Its attacks can be tough to avoid, but with a bit of practice and patience, you'll do just fine. A few things I've noticed as well is that after you break the head, while it's not enraged, it has a harder time shooting out these dark orbs. Also, while you fight it in the Citadel, whenever it reaches low enough health and goes to take a nap, it will fly over to Area 14. Be sure to use this to your advantage. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you giving it the time of your day. Please consider giving the video a like. It lets me know you like seeing these types of videos and it helps the video reach a wider audience. Like always, I plan to do every single monster in Monster Hunter Rise, but which do you want to see next? Let me know in the comments down below, and until then, happy hunting.